Good morning, everyone. Today is the 24th of May, World Schizophrenia Day. 1% of the world population suffers from schizophrenia. Yes, suffers from schizophrenia. A person affected with schizophrenia literally suffers from the disease. I feel to destigmatize schizophrenia and to understand the disorder better, we have to understand what this 1% is actually suffering from. People diagnosed with schizophrenia have many complex symptoms, one of which is they have auditory hallucinations. What is auditory hallucination? A person suffering from schizophrenia feels that he is hearing voices, people talking to him, talking about him, commenting on his activities. To actually feel for someone suffering from something like that, we have to literally step into their shoes. Now, you can hear me talk to you. When you are alone in a room and you hear someone talking about you as if the same way I am talking to you now, you hear it with that clarity, you will not think you're going insane. You'd rather think there's someone standing right across the door talking about you, which is what happens in schizophrenia. They feel that there are people talking about them and they hear it, and generally these conversations are either accusatory or they're plotting against that person or commenting on his activities, and he is literally not given any peace of mind or left free at any point in his daily activities. And this really bothers him, and he starts to believe in those conversations, and he starts to think, oh, there are actually people plotting against him. So this gives rise to a lot of other delusions as well, that he becomes afraid of the people around him. He starts feeling they're all against him. He becomes suspicious of the food that is probably served to him at home. He stops trusting people around him. He actually becomes paranoid. Paranoid schizophrenia is one of the most common types of schizophrenia. So a person always not even left alone in privacy in his own room is actually going through a lot of turmoil during these times, and his thoughts are not fully his. He feels he's sometimes controlled by thoughts from other agencies outside, and sometimes he feels his thoughts are taken away from him, and he's afraid because he feels his body is sometimes controlled by others. So these kind of things, because of these kind of symptoms, the person is actually suffering, and people around him do not get what he's going through. They just think that he's going on abusing them, or he's shouting at them even when they're trying to take care of him, and he's being all mistrustful towards them, not willing to take the food that is served to him with love and care. This gradually affects the relationships between him and other people, and gradually he is isolated. And this thing, once diagnosed, is like he's treated like a madman. He's saying things that are totally irrelevant. Actually, schizophrenia, yes, it comes under psychiatry, and it is a disorder of the mind. It's literally called split mind, but actually it is a disorder of the brain, where nerves and nerve circuits and neurotransmitter levels and anatomical locations in the brain are actually affected. So when a person suffering from schizophrenia is not treated, there is actual brain damage taking place. So over the years, his capacity, his cognitive functioning abilities all reduces, and his delusions become more fixed. So it becomes more difficult to treat as well. So today, on World Schizophrenia Day, I urge everyone to lend a supporting hand towards those suffering from this disease, and try to understand them a little better. And let's all together make this world more friendly for people suffering from schizophrenia. Thank you.